Road to More Media. We here. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. Um, we gotta talk about this, man. We gotta talk about ARP versus URL. I also want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this too, about this whole argument that's going down. We already know both parties don't really kind of like each other on the business side when it comes to the battle raps. You never know. They could probably just it's because of the all the events coming out, and they got an event, they got an event. They trying to do three or four, five more events than them. They don't want their talent to battle on their, you feel me? So contracts, everything, contract binding. Um, I want to say this right. I want to say this. Shout out to URL, RBE, King of the Dot, um, Battle Academy, We Go Hard, She Go Hard, Gate to the Garden, GTX. Um, I feel as though like, all right, for me, watching URL when it first started and stuff, like me watching URL and seeing like certain talents that started on URL, right? So I'm just gonna say this is how I feel like URL is looking at it because they built them artists up for 9, 10 years. They built them up, even though they probably didn't battle on their year on their league consecutively for all 10, 11 years. But still, they gave them the profile. They started doing different trailer like such and such when they about to battle. They gave them the delivery. They gave them the, you feel me? They gave them the stats, the delivery, the flow, the aggression. When they gave them the trailers, they gave them that, right? So for them to build them up, right, and then the act take their business somewhere else and go to another league, right? Now this is where it gets tricky at, right? Now if you sign a contract with um the URL, right? You sign a contract with them. It says that you can't battle on RBE, right? And then you're still in contract with the URL that you battle on RBE, then the act is wrong. Now, if the act is not in contract with the parties and they choose to battle on the rivals parties league, there shouldn't be no issue if there's no contract binding them. Now, if a contract is binding them saying that they can't battle on there, then that's the whole, you feel me? Now, um if when acts leave, well, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if this is entirely true or not, but people say it's true, but they see it. But like when someone leaves the URL, certain acts leave the URL, and they battle somewhere else. Sometimes you don't see them back on the URL, but when you see a certain act on RBE and they go to a different league, they can always come back to RBE. Now, URL when it comes to YouTube era, them battles was some legendary battles on YouTube from each league, right? I'm gonna say RBE, URL, King of the Dot, right? You're gonna say them because they've been around longer, right? Um, like 10 plus years, right? 14 years, whatever, right? There's some legendary battles. Even the big battlers, right? You see like Mook battles on RBE, Lux will battle on RBE. Um, I feel as though like the whole issue is like URL don't want their talent, especially the ones that they're building the new talent to go battle on another league. And then if they lose, they're gonna come back and get the same promo and everything to push them up, but they lost their last battle. And really and truly, it's a lot of business goes into that. You know what I mean? A lot of business. Um, Another thing is too, I'm gonna say it could be that they're competing for the number one spot. It's no longer friendships and stuff. They're competing for the number one spot. At one point, King of the Dot was competing. Now, King of the Dot, they still drop battles and stuff, but they don't really drop as many battles as they used to, right? After the tournament, you only see no more. You feel me? The tournament was one of the best things for King of the Dot during the COVID was that tournament, and then Bill ended up winning the tournament. I don't know how many tournaments they won. I just know the last tournament. I know Bill won the last tournament. Um, so all these leagues they bring stuff to the table to the battle rap culture, right? The bickering, them suing, people getting sued, like yeah, that could be interference because whatever they do trying to do with their artists and their business, it could be interference. Now there's no contract and they still trying to like say like, oh no, you can't battle over there. Then nah. Then that's when you're like, all right, if you want your act to battle over there, put them in contract. If not, let them go. You feel me? So I just feel as though they don't want a lot of their acts going out to different leagues and battling different places. Number one is because URL. They said that they URL. Feel me? The ultimate rap league, which is the best league in the world. You feel me? You could say. And number one wise because it's like you feel me off of the levels, the numbers, whatever. RBE do the same numbers, does numbers. Canada Dot do numbers. Now we're gonna get into the YouTube stuff, right? We're gonna get into that YouTube stuff. Hold up. So we're gonna get into that. Now YouTube drops. YouTube drops. Gotta get into the YouTube, right? Alright. My take on YouTube drops, the Euro app actually emerging, right? And then RBE still doing you all the YouTube drops. Let me say this, right? Remembering COVID, a lot of stuff went into like a lot of stuff got paused. I feel as though them launching an app and having the live stream base, um, I feel as though it's good. Now, what if they didn't have all that, and then no events, no cards? You feel me? Or they will have like events with like only 5 people. Like now, what if that was the case? Now, people complain about it being behind a paywall. The app is only $7.99, right? A lot of complaining has been going on. I'm gonna say this: it's $7.99 for an app, right? Um, which then you get a whole bunch of content, hundreds of content on there, right? Content, and it's only $7.99, right? You get to vote, all that stuff, right? YouTube, remember, see, I think it'd be the new fans of the culture that be just coming to culture. Remember on YouTube, if you wasn't getting their pay per view or you wasn't there in the building, the YouTube drops, you still have to wait for YouTube drops anyway. You have to wait. And then when they first started doing that, it was remember they were doing round one, then round two, then after that they started doing full battles. You feel me? Like yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait. So my thing is it being live streamed on caffeine, for free, and then if you miss it on caffeine, it goes on the app. Unless you get unlimited watch playback. Um, you feel me? And it's just crazy, like, and then they don't want to use the whole YouTube no more because of the YouTube turning your stuff yellow. Um, so you it's limited everything. So like the cursing and all the stuff it limit you, right? So them getting that app and having their own like, own platform is good. And it's good. They still pushing the culture. They still allowing you to come to the event. You still can get your little pay per view when they do pay per view. They ain't doing pay per view. You can come up, pull up, get your ticket, and come in the building. You feel me? If you miss the app, because the majority they do more app exclusive events, right? So they basically saying like everybody pull up. We ain't trying to do it live. Pull up to the event, get a ticket, come in the building. You don't want to come in the building, you drop it on the app in about a week or two. Um, YouTube, and the thing is, right, URL don't have to drop battles on YouTube no more. And then you see what he said. He said he's not doing no more YouTube drops. Basically, he's fully independent. And the thing is, like, he don't want to drop an hour worth of content on YouTube, and then he just don't get paid for it. So what's the point? You feel me? So him charging people $7.99 is good. At least you get the subscription. You can pay the battle rappers. You feel me? If you want to drop the face offs on YouTube, drop the face offs on YouTube like they do. I don't think they still do it though, but I think they just do it on Caffeine. But like, you feel me? Like, go on Caffeine, interact. They trying to make new avenues for the culture to grow. And I'm gonna stop right with it. You know what's so crazy? Right now, I'm gonna talk about the whole RBE situation. Now they're still on YouTube. They don't got no ads, so it's pay per view in YouTube, right? Now check this. Now, RBE, they do the YouTube drops. They do the face offs too, live stream on YouTube. Um, I don't feel like there's really no. I don't have no problem with how it's being run right now. The only problem I have, besides, I only have one problem. And that's when the battlers go on stage and can't deliver. That's the only problem I will have. Besides it being on the app, is like this league has it on YouTube. This league has it on another app, which is free. I have no problem with it. I just feel as though it's bad when we're everyone watching live. We're dropping props, people dropping super chats on YouTube or whatever platform it is. Any way money's being donated while the event is live, and the artist not performing. That's the only problem we have. And I feel as though like artists, and if they not, they should give them enough time. If they complain that man, they called me 7 days ago, give them enough time. That's the only problem. But if they are giving them enough time for certain battles, if you are getting enough time to write and remember, no excuse. And you also have the option, if you can't write and remember, give the money back and do the next one. You feel me? Um, the YouTube era and the app era, I don't have no problem with it, man. It's cool. It's good for battle rap. They keep it pushing. Because now, what if they was to ban battle rap from YouTube? You feel me? What people gonna do now? Everybody's going to transition to another platform. So I don't know, man. Roll to the media. Hit that like, comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. ARP versus URL. I kind of talked about it a little bit, broke it down how I felt. I just feel as though if 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 to avoid any problems, they should just have contracts out, which they do. A lot of the leagues and stuff do contracts and stuff. Have your contracts out. If you don't want them battling in certain places, put it in a contract. The artists don't want to sign it, don't sign it. Just keep it moving. And that's about it. And besides that, artists is like forgetting material. That probably be the next thing. But otherwise from that, it's all good, man. The culture is growing. The culture is growing. Views is being upped more. All that. What could you do? What could you complain about? Um, Hitman Holla got a app, Supposed to Rain TV. He got the bags and bodies. I pay for that. No problem. It's like a reality TV show. I have no problem paying for it. It's all to involve the culture, man. For me, elevate the culture. Everybody gonna keep supporting anyway. So everyone complaining about it's gonna keep supporting anyway. They're gonna keep watching, watching, watching. So what can everybody do, man? Roll to a more meeting, man. We out of here, man. I gave y'all my opinion, my thoughts on everything. It wasn't crazy, it wasn't harsh. I just let y'all know, like, I really don't have no problem with the app, YouTube drops. If you're the only do YouTube drops, they don't gotta do YouTube drops because they stream the events live and for free. What if they was like, nah, in order for y'all to access this content, they gotta pay $700 to watch it live stream. They could have been doing that. They could have been charging people $100 to watch it live stream, $200, but they didn't. So stop complaining. Roll to more meeting, man. Be out, man.